Hey, welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Pros Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
What's up there, old son?
What are you doing, old son?
Oh, son. Oh.
We're not going to do the crazy mic test thing today, are we?
On the old rugged cross. I was thinking of that song this morning.
Were you?
Yeah, you ever heard that one?
I have.
Boy, that's a good song.
It is.
McDonald's ready to go, brother.
Yeah, you and McDonald's.
McD's and the weekly top 40. Remember Rick D's in the weekly top 40?
I remember that. I remember Casey Kasem, too.
Oh, yeah. I heard Casey Kasem worked here, didn't he, in Huntsville?
I don't know if he worked here. I think he may have went to school here.
Casey Kasem? I think he worked at I thought that he was here in Huntsville for a while.
I don't know. I know he made it big.
Hold on.
Oh, he's pulling up the history.
Maybe I'm completely wrong. Hold on. There ain't nothing about him in Huntsville. Never mind. Ain't nobody got time.
Ain't got nobody.
Welcome in, my friends. I'm trying to. There's something weird about this microphone. Sometimes it'll be really quiet, and then it gets really loud, and so I'm constantly over here manipulating dials.
Yeah, turning the dial.
Turning the dials. Well, hey, welcome in. See, there it goes. See how it goes red like that? And I've just turned it down. Mm-hmm. I just turned it down, and now it's going red again.
Yeah.
I have no idea, Brother Jason.
I don't either.
Welcome in. See? Look.
Yeah.
See that?
I'm looking.
I'm not even doing anything, and I've already turned it down. Watch. I'll turn it down more. Hello. Welcome in. Hey, Brother Jason. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Well, it's good to see you today, buddy. Hey, 1, 2. That's a little bit better, I guess.
I guess that's better.
God, what a weird.
I don't know what the red means. Look.
That means you're overmodulated.
Well, you're over. I'm the one showing red almost.
Hey, were you ever nicknamed Red?
I was.
Old Red?
Old Red.
Said old son. How you doing, old Red?
That's it. When I was red, now I'm not red anymore.
It's kind of going in you're in the sunset phase.
Yeah, I'm in the sunset phase.
What a jerk, man. What a jerk.
It's all right. You'll get some gray hair soon.
Matthew Johnson says we sound perfect. So thank you, Matthew Johnson. Matthew, you in town yet, man? Or did you already come and go?
He already came and went.
Did he really?
Yeah, he came to Texas. I don't know if he came to Huntsville.
Well,
I saw on Facebook that he came to Texas and was already back up,
man,
up north.
I wanted to see that guy.
I did too.
I love that guy, man. He and his family, they're such good people. We miss y'all here in Huntsville, by the way.
We do. How cold is it, Matthew?
Oh man! Hey, I'm going to start off the show with this. Well, real quick, let's take care of what we need to. Episode 425. Good morning, 425, and we're live here on a Tactical Tuesday. Big thank you to Elliot Herzlich from Elliot's Jewelers. He's online at elliotsjewelers.com. By the way, we're heading over to Care Center Huntsville today at 1:30 to present a check.
Oh, that's awesome.
For the fundraiser that we had towards the end of last year, and so we're really excited about that. We'll do that at 1:30. But big thank you to Elliot Herzlich and all that he does here in our community and for helping to make that fundraiser possible. We are going to kick off our Share the Love fundraiser.
Share the Love drive.
That's coming up.
Yeah, y'all started talking about that yesterday.
Yep, February the 8th is when that will get underway. But we are sharing the love coming up pretty soon, and so we'll have that fundraiser going, and we're looking forward to that. We'll also team back up with Elliot and get involved with our CASA fundraiser that we do. But our two big fundraisers that we do for the community now are the Share the Love fundraiser and then, of course, Raise a Hope in the summer. So we have got a very busy 2025 and so thankful and blessed for the opportunities to serve this community. And we want you to be a part of it as well. And all you got to do is reach out to us here on the show. Just comment. And, Jason, I know you're always, man, helping us and doing stuff. New Year's here. What are you up to, man?
Just blowing and going. Going to go back to school, learn a new trade, hopefully.
Learn new tricks. Is there any tricks of that trade, by
there
the way?
are a lot of tricks.
A lot of tricks of the trade?
Yes. And I'm fortunate to have some good folks to show me the way.
You know what? Down the road, I can see this. Now, not here in Huntsville. Now, we're not going to let any cats out of any bags, but think about this. Down the road, can't do it in Huntsville, but one day maybe you just kind of, you're like, oh, we're just going to meander on 100 miles away from here somewhere. And then I can see it off the side of a highway, Thompson's and Sons.
No. No.
You don't think that would happen? There's just something about it. One day I want to have a business. I guess I need to
Hip and Sons.
Well, I need to have more children then, I guess, because it would be Son if I only have one, so it'd be Hip and Son, and that sounds kind of weird.
It'd be all right.
That sounds like a place you go out to eat.
Yeah.
Hey man, where y'all going to get that burger? Let's go over to Hip and Son.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sounds like it's.
I guess you better learn how to cook then.
Yeah, Hip and Son.
Yeah, Hip and Son.
Would you eat there if you heard of a place called Hip and Son?
I'd try it.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a hole in the wall. Those are always the best.
We there's something called like Vern's Country Chicken there in Conroe.
Country Kitchen.
Country Kitchen. Is it Vern's or something, or Verl or something like that? Vern or Verl or something. I forget what it is. Vern or Verl or something. I have no idea which one it is.
It's Vernon's.
Vernon's. That's it.
Vernon's Country Kitchen.
So Vernon's Country Chicken. Here's the deal.
I've eaten there before.
Well, here's the deal, man. So we wanted to go find a new place to eat. Bridget and I wanted to go find a new place to eat.
Okay.
And we, on Sundays after church, we like to just get on the road and drive. And then when we're in the middle of driving, say, show me what's around to eat. Mm-hmm. And it's the coolest way to eat. And I don't want to go to like a place that we've been before. So
have you been to Honor Cafe yet?
No.
You should really
Where's that
go.
at?
It's down in Conroe. It's a
Honor Cafe?
It's called Honor Cafe. You should. It's got a lot of memorabilia from the armed services in there and different wars and stuff. And the food is really good. Well, a friend of mine took us there.
Kyle just said Hip and Son sounds like a Chinese restaurant. Thank you, Kyle, for that comment. Could be.
It could be.
But we said let's go here, and we found this Vernon's. It was supposed to be the Vernon's Fish place. They have a country cafe and then Vernon's Fish or seafood, right?
Yeah, Vernon's like catfish or something like that. Yeah,
that's the one we were going to go to. Mm-hmm. Well, as we were driving on that highway, and that's a wide highway.
It's 105.
105, wide as can be. Mm-hmm. Bridget goes, there it is. I said, no, the GPS says it's a mile away.
Yeah, there's two of them.
Well, she goes, no, that's it. So I just hightailed it to the right. The kids were flying in the car seats back there. And
yeah, it's right past the little driving range on the left.
Well, we pulled into that one on the Vernon's Country Kitchen because we thought that was it. We go in. Now, no, I'm not going to speak ill about a business. The food was okay. Mm-hmm. I've learned that if you go to a place that has 100 different items, like different – now, if you go to like Rodeo, it's Mexican food, but 100 different choices, that's okay. But if you go to a place that serves country fried steak and sushi –
one of those is not going to be top notch.
Well, there's too many options. It's like, I've learned there's riches in the trenches, man. You've got to specialize in something.
There you go.
You can't be it's like a jack of all trades, master of none, some of these places.
Right.
And I was just joking around. I didn't even see it. I said, hey, since y'all have all this, do y'all have free? And they didn't have sushi, by the way, but they had something close to it. Mm-hmm. And I said, y'all got Frito pie? Oh, yeah. I mean, anything you wanted, they had.
Really?
Average, probably wouldn't go back.
Okay.
We found out about the other Vernon's that we were supposed to go to. The fish one.
The fish place.
So I said, Bridget, we started eating. She goes, this isn't even the right one. And I said, no, it's not. And so I asked one of the young ladies that works there, so what's the deal with this? Is this like a family? She said, well, apparently one of them got into a scuffle or somebody got into something and they sold one of them. Mm-hmm. And it's two different families that are running it now.
Really?
It's not even the people that originally did it or whatever.
Huh.
So I guess the catfish weren't very tasty, and someone got upset and they said, "I'm out of this." I have no idea what happened. So, anyways, we enjoyed it, but we like to go do that on Sundays, and that's how we discovered down in is it Montgomery? There's like a barbecue or something.
You've talked about it before. I don't know what the name of it is.
That's like a 1 in 10 year type deal because it was mucho expensive.
Well, yeah. Have you seen the price of beef lately?
Well, I called the mortgage company after we ate there, and I said, "Can I take out a second loan? To pay for that barbecue."
Yeah.
So,
but have you seen the price of beef lately?
We got a brisket in Georgetown over Christmas. It was $105,
and it's going to go up. Have you seen the price of live cattle here? Last couple months? Oh, my goodness.
You ever been to a cattle auction?
Oh, yeah.
Is it pretty neat? I want to see Greg auction one of those.
Greg's an auctioneer, man.
I know he is. That's why I said. Yeah. But when they auction off the cattle, how do they describe them? Do they walk them through? Are they walking through?
One Saturday, because there's an auction on Saturday or on a Thursday, whatever day works better for you. Well, there's one on Tuesday within driving distance, too. But Saturday's over in Navasota. We can go have lunch and then go sit and watch the auction for a couple hours.
And then we can go hang out with Chuck Norris over there.
Well, honestly, we drive by Chuck's place to get to the auction box.
Yeah, the old Lone Wolf Ranch or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and right across the street is Seaforce Water.
You know how he discovered that? Like found a spring on his property and then bought the land across the street and put a pipe under the road. And isn't that a cool story?
Yeah.
Man. But so when they do these cattle auctions, is it like one at a time, kind of like a car auction? Do they come through?
It depends. Most of the time in this area, yes. But when you get up, I'd say like in Kansas, Nebraska, up in that part of the country, they basically, especially if they're selling like calves, they sell them in pot loads. So they sell enough to go on an 18-wheeler.
So when they're coming by and the auctioneers come, hey, look at this big old boy right here to make about 2,000 hamburgers. Is that how they do it?
They don't say it'll make 2,000 hamburgers, but
how do they hype them up though?
It's just different auctioneers have a different technique. Sometimes you get one that, he likes to tap something while he's auctioneering.
He has a big long stick, like, the pointing stick, and he slaps it on the back. Oh, look at the meat on this boy right here.
No, he don't do that, but, because the auctioneer, he's there and he's got his mic, and stuff like that. And, and then you've got your ring crew, and then generally you got somebody, a representative of that facility that sets the price based off what they see, where to start the bidding at.
I imagine a lot of dust in there during this.
No, really, they usually bring in fresh, wet sand, right before the auction starts, so it doesn't get real dusty. And then if it does, they'll come in there, they'll take a break, a little intermission, they'll come in there and hose it down.
Have like elevator music during the wait?
No.
During the intermission?
No.
Da, 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 da.
No, it's not like that.
You hear like, you're at a theater and it's like, please relax for 30 minutes while we clean the facility. We'll be back in a moment.
No, it's not like that. And the other thing, I will warn you do not want to sit on the front row.
Yeah, I can. Oh, man. Mercy Me said that in a song, I Can Only Imagine.
Yeah, you can only imagine. Yeah, I think, though, for your first experience, I'm going to sit you on the front row.
It's like the splash zone. I don't even want to get into it. It's like SeaWorld.
It's like SeaWorld and the Shamu tank and the splash zone.
Ugh.
Yeah, if you ever go to a real auction, you'll notice there's not a lot of people sitting right up in the front, especially where the curve is, because they're all in like a U shape so that they can, the animal, whatever it is, because it may not be cattle. I mean, sometimes they sell pigs and sheep and goats and stuff like
Snakes.
that. It exotic sale like they have up at.
Oh, I want to go to that.
Well, you have to call and reserve your seats to go to that.
So they really do auction off snakes.
I don't know that I've seen a snake, but I mean, there's
Like a gazelle, maybe a gazelle. Something
Oh
like that.
yeah,
Zebra?
Yeah, camels.
Oh, that's cool.
Stuff that'll kill you from Africa.
Yeah, lions.
No, not
Tigers.
lions, but like various stuff that people can go these high fence game ranches and pay a lot of money and kill it. Yeah.
So they don't want to go there, so they just go to the auction.
Well, no, those ranches go to auction. They buy these
Oh, they
animals.
put it on their ranches. I got
And then they put it on their ranch.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, let's do it, man. So they do this in Navasota, huh?
The cattle auction's in Navasota, yeah.
Let's go.
Let's do
You got to
it.
pay to go, or you can
No, it's free.
just show up?
You just show up, you get there, you can walk overhead and look at what look at stuff in the pens, and you can go in the little cafe and have lunch. They usually have like they've got a menu you can order off of, nothing fancy. It's not, it's just good home cooking. Then they'll usually have a steam table. You can eat the buffet, and they'll have like fried chicken and mashed potatoes and stuff like that on there.
A couple of jokes for you real quick before we go. By the way, we have our friends from the Gathering Place here today. We're really excited to have them, and we're
Awesome.
going to learn more about a very important ministry here in our community. Todd Parton is here and some friends, so we'll have them in just a few moments. We are here again. Big thank you to our friends at Guardian Defense, all things personal safety. It's our good friend Jason Thompson every Tuesday joining us as we rock and roll into a new year. And friends, there's never been a better time than right now to start protecting your family. You can learn out more information online at guardiandefensellc.com. Jason, I know I'm kind of bouncing around, but
Yeah.
here are some lighthearted jokes real quick centered around a cattle auction. Okay. You ready for this?
Yeah, he probably AI'd them.
AI wrote these jokes, so they may be really bad. This is kind of good, though. Why was the cow such a hit at the auction?
I don't know.
She had a lot of moolah. Get that? Was that all right, Jason?
Yeah. That was family friendly.
Man,
look at who come in.
Dumpling showed up here.
I'm telling you. And he has a check.
Oh, man. Come on in. Sit down. Talk to us for a while. These are not good at all. In fact, they're not even good enough to read.
Well, then don't read them.
Oh, here's one. What did one cow say to another at the auction?
I have no idea.
Hope you make it to a nice home. Stake your claim.
Stake your claim.
Stake your claim. That was okay, wasn't it? Good dad joke, Rick. Rick's like thumbs down.
Thumbs down. That wasn't even good. You need to retrain your AI.
Yeah, it's not that smart. How do you know when a cow is a great auctioneer?
I don't know.
They really know how to raise the stakes. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Really bad.
Those aren't even good.
No. Viewership at an all-time low.
Yes.
The moolah one was good.
It was okay, but the rest of them were just like at the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, that's how we go here on the show. So
bottom of the barrel
with my jokes. Hey, let us know that you're out there, friends. We'll take a break in just a few moments. I want to say a big shout out to good friend Gary Joyce, who's joining the program this morning. He is with the Walker County Amateur Radio Club. Went out there yesterday, and I appreciate Gary reaching out to us.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I wish I could have gone.
Yeah, it was a really neat deal that they did to raise money for the Amateur Radio Club. And friends, you don't have to be a fan or a hobbyist to learn more about this organization. think about the radio club, one thing that they do, especially in the event of a national emergency or even a local
all
emergency.
Those ham radio operators can establish communication with old technology.
Dr. Stephen Means had graciously donated a tower back to the club, and they auctioned off this 150-foot tower. And a gentleman by the name of Sean Dyer won that tower. He's a ham radio operator just outside of New Waverly in the Willis area. And one of the other things that was really neat about this is this was honored the memory of Dr. David Rathke, a local dentist here, and unfortunately passed away of brain cancer a couple of years ago. But just a friend of this community. I wish that I would have got to know him. I've heard so many wonderful stories about him and his family, and it was just a great way to honor someone in this community that had such a positive impact. And when you look around Huntsville and our community, you find that all over the place. And,
yes, you do.
And I want to encourage you, especially as we start this new year, just to be mindful of the people that you're surrounded by. And what do I mean by that? Be thankful, be mindful, and be thankful for all the blessings that we're provided here in Huntsville. There are so many opportunities to get involved, to give back, and to really just make a difference for other people here in Huntsville. And I want to encourage you too. There's several folks, and I've been praying for Brandon for many, many years since I came here, and I got to know Brandon's story. And I've had a chance to talk to him, but many of you know Brandon LaFleur. You'll see him walking around town, and I just have a heart for that young man. I've actually had some really good conversations with him from time to time, and and Brandon never asked for anything. In fact, I offer to buy him a meal all the time. He's like, "No, I'm good." Well, every once in a while he's at the donut wheel, and I'll kind of tell him too bad, and I get him a couple of donuts. But there's good people in this community, and I want to encourage, if you see someone that maybe has been walking around. There's another guy named John that's been around for over a decade now. Just go up and love on people and tell them that you're thinking about them. And I'm not telling you to go up and approach every single person, but you'll know when the time is right in your heart whenever you should go and do that. And example about this was I was eating at your favorite place that I had this morning.
Yeah, McDonald's.
McDonald's, favorite place.
He wasn't eating at McDonald's. He was eating McDonald's here when I walked in.
Of course, Jason Bay says we call it McDonald's. McDonald's is the correct way to say it, McDonald's. But there was a guy that was sitting there, and you ever have like that feeling of like you just know that you better, and I kind of feel like it's the Holy Spirit prompting you sometimes, but there's something that just pulls at you so strong that it's like you better go do that. And if you don't do it, you feel horrible about not doing it.
Yep.
Well, there was a guy that was, and I was sitting in a parking lot eating, and I looked over and saw this gentleman. He had a dog with him. In fact, my little bruise finally went away. There was the dog was a playful dog, and it grabbed my sleeves. It wasn't biting me, but yeah, I was about to leave, and just something tugged, and I went over and talked to him, and he told me a story, and he was passing through, and a homeless gentleman, and he didn't ask for anything, and we talked, and we shared a prayer together, and he had told me that he had been through like 3 different strokes. And I want to encourage people that, we get wrapped up in our own little worlds. And I was talking to Molly this morning about this, who's near and dear here to this church, and we get so wrapped up sometimes in our own world that we forget about what other people are going through. And maybe, and I'm guilty of this, that maybe we take for granted all the things that we have: a roof over our head, a meal to eat, being able to stay warm during this cold. And so,
yeah, because there's people that don't have that ability.
That's my encouragement this new year, is just be more mindful about all of those around us, and pray about this and ask God, what can I do to help others, to glorify you? What can I do? And here's a scary prayer that works, is pray, God, bring me somebody today. Bring me somebody today that needs to hear your message. And I guarantee that you're going to cross paths with somebody. And there's going to be that moment like, why did I pray that? But you know what? I had to pray it.
Yeah.
And so that's my encouragement to you this morning. And just be mindful of the great people that we have here in Huntsville. And everybody has a story. And I want to encourage you that your story is important. Don't ever feel like, I was interviewing a guy here at church, and he goes, I grew up in a Christian home. I've never really faced any serious adversity. I don't know if my story is relevant. I said, your story is exactly relevant, because there's somebody else that feels the exact same way, and they feel lost or alone because they've like, I've never experienced. On the flip side, there's people who've been dealing with addiction, or like my friend Joshua Harris, who went through a terrible cocaine addiction and has been sober 19 years now. His story is changing the lives of now over 140 men. And it's we hate that we have to go through some things, but the reality is we all go through something. And no matter what you've been through, I believe that that's a story that you can share to help others through. And I said this a couple of weeks ago, Jason, don't ever feel like you're alone, because somebody else has went through the exact same thing. Maybe not the exact same way, but they've went through almost the exact same
similar
thing, or very similar. There's been times in my life, why does this happen? Nobody's ever dealt with this. Well, there's probably been a million people that have dealt with it. So just a little inspiration this morning as we continue on. For that story, by the way, go to HelloHuntsvilleTX.com. We spoke with Tiffany Gobble a little bit earlier. We're going to have some more Cafe Texan gift cards, and all that you have to do today to text in to win, or to win those gift cards, is text in to win. The keyword, Jason?
Well, it's the weather outside. Cold.
Cold. C-O-L-D is the keyword this week. That's on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. You can text cold along with your name to 936-339-0139. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. As always, our Tactical Tuesday is brought to you by Guardian Defense. More information online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. We'll be back in a moment. Stay with us. More to come. This is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at GuardianDefenseLLC.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas. Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church, Huntsville, a harbor of hope.
In this harbor of hope, we are safe inside.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Illuminate your child's future at Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools in Huntsville. Established in 1997 by Kay Boning, our award-winning center merges Christian values with 25 years of Montessori excellence, promoting wonder and discovery in every child. As the only Montessori school within 45 miles, we provide a fun and friendly environment, individualized Montessori methods, and love and care as if each child were our own. Safety is a priority, and with a recent $50,000 investment, our facilities inspire growth, creativity, and learning. Plus, as a nonprofit, we open Montessori doors to families of all economic backgrounds. Partner with the community pillar where every child's promise shines bright. Discover Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools today. Visit tpms.life. That's tpms.life.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is KHSP LP, Huntsville, Texas, the spirit of Huntsville.
This is Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, and you're listening to Spirit Radio.
Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
All right, Huntsville back at it here as we continue on 8:03, just a little over the top of the hour here on a beautiful but chilly Tuesday. Cold weather remains in the forecast. In fact, maybe a little wintry precipitation mixed in with some rain coming up on Thursday. As you're up right now, 28 degrees, humidity 72%. Tonight it'll be, well, today, let's talk about that. How about a little patchy frost this morning, 45 and sunny. Tonight we'll be back down in the upper 20s. Tomorrow, 42 and sunny. And then that rain and wintry mix could turn into the forecast on Wednesday night, low of 32, 20% chance. And then Thursday, we're going to struggle to get to the upper 30s as rain chances will increase to 90%. And then Thursday night, it could be interesting with temperatures hovering around freezing and 100% chance of something. Dallas area expected to get 2 to 5 inches of snow. We don't expect that here. But again, just stay warm and, again, be mindful of those that you're around and the 4 P's, pets, pipes, plants, and people, I think it is. So take care of each other. We are back here again. Thanks for being with us on this very wonderful Tactical Tuesday, as always brought to you by Guardian Defense, but is now a privilege to have you know what? I need to. Hey, Rick, can you adjust the camera for me? I forgot to do this real quick. Rick is our camera. Yeah, just we're just going to turn it. This is why Rick shows up, Todd. We have to pay Rick a lot of money to be here, and maybe just come back over this way a little bit. We're a little bit more, Rick. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Psh, there we go. All right, Todd, there we go. Welcome in, my friend.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Good to see you. Todd Parton is here as well, Sonetta Johnson. Sonetta, so great to have you as well. First-time guest on the show. Todd and Sonetta representing The Gathering Place, such a tremendous organization, giving back to our senior citizens here in this community and many others, and we'll talk more about that in just a few moments. But, Todd, kind of wanted to get started. Since you've been on, it's been a while. We have a lot of the same folks, but some new folks joining us as well. I know that you also are heavily involved over at MRC at Creekside, but just kind of give us a little bit of your background real quick and what you've been up to and how things are going for you, my friend.
Okay. Well, I work with Methodist Retirement Communities. Our corporate office is based out of the Woodlands, but here in Huntsville we have MRC Creekside, which is over on Veterans Memorial. It's a beautiful community. If you haven't had an opportunity to go by there, I encourage you just to go by and take a look. You may not need it today, and nobody you know may not need it today. But it is a place that you need to know is in the community, because you go to church, you go to the grocery store. There's no telling. You may run into somebody who might have a need. But it's a beautiful place. Got assisted living, an area where we take specialty care of those with memory issues, and then we've got a full skilled nursing facility. So
I wanted to say this too. You know, my mom grew up. I grew up kind of in the nursing world in a roundabout way. My mother was an LVN for over 40 years, and I just developed a heart for nurses. And I always say nurses and teachers are my two favorite groups of people because you got to have a big heart to serve both of those capacities. But I will tell you this, with Creekside, it is one of the most nicest, I don't even know if that's correct grammar, but hey, we're in Huntsville.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. One of the most clean, nice, friendly. It's a place that when you walk into, you want to be there. And I think that is so important because some facilities you walk into, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, hit the brakes. You walk into Creekside, and this is a place that not only you as a visitor want to be, but the residents absolutely, want to be there too because they know that they're going to get quality care at a very exceptional level. And so I just wanted to say publicly, you guys have set the standard for how these facilities should be.
Well, we appreciate that. It's our residents' home, and we get the honor of working in their home. And so we try to treat it like their home. We try to maintain it like their home. And everybody wants their home to look good and smell good and feel good. And so that's what we try to do there at Creekside. So.
Well, Sonetta Johnson has also joined us, first-time guest on the show. We had to pay her big money to be here today.
That's right.
So, Sonetta, it's so great to have you today. I know you were born and raised here and have a family here. Just let us know a little bit about you first, if you don't mind.
All right, awesome. Just like you said, born and raised in Huntsville. Went to school in Huntsville, graduated from Joe G. Davis in 2011. I started with MRC when they were at the old Ellis Smither in 2012 and as a charge nurse. And recently I became the director of assisted living about 2 years ago.
Awesome.
And me and Todd, we kind of grouped in together and started up the Gathering Place.
Where did your passion for nursing and what you do, where did that start? What kind of instilled it in you?
Well, I started off in Huntsville High. Was with Miss Doreen Waddell in her CNA class, and that was a start for me. Just because I always had that passion. Like I know I wanted to help people, and so with this, and then my father was a big inspiration. We recently lost him before Christmas, but my father really pushed me into going into nursing. Just because I've always had that kind of itch to want to take care of somebody at their time of need.
Well, I love that, and that's what I was telling Todd and y'all earlier. It takes a special person and a special heart to be a nurse. How long have you been doing it now?
Since 2012.
Okay, so
yes.
it's been a what we say a hot minute. So
yes,
it's been a hot
yes.
minute so far. What have you enjoyed most about the journey? I know that you said you have a heart just to take care of people and why you wanted to do that, but maybe what are some things that you've learned and what have you really enjoyed about this growth?
I would just say just getting to know people as like a person and not as a patient. Like getting to know them as a whole, because people are going through so many different journeys through life and, they need somebody that's going to be there that's just not looking at them like, oh, okay, well, we're just going to do this. No, you get to know them, you get to know their families, and that's what we really do at Creekside. We don't look at people as patients. We really look at them as part of our family.
Yeah, I love that. Well, Todd, the Gathering Place is such a wonderful, wonderful organization and opportunity for people to come together and just experience joy with each other and, even provide a little bit of hope for some folks. And let us know kind of the rundown about the Gathering Place, a little bit of history. I got to experience it for the first time here last month here at First, but I know you guys are meeting up. Let us know a little bit about the history of it.
Okay. We had a first gathering. We actually did a run through in August of 2023. And then we did our first gathering with two participants in September of that year. And the whole idea behind it is that there are folks that are giving care to a loved one in their home. And I don't know if you've ever been a part of doing that or if you've ever seen someone do it, but it is tiring. Many of the folks that participate have some cognitive challenges. They don't think well, they don't remember well, but they're still who they've always been. And those folks that are giving care to them in their home, just need a break. And so some folks take advantage of the gathering to come and they drop their loved one off. They know that they're going to be safe. They're going to be well cared for. It's going to be entertaining because it's a full fun-packed day, And then they go get their hair done, or they go to the grocery store, or they go home and clean house, or they go home and take a nap, whatever they want to do. We have some who come and bring their loved one and stay because they just enjoy the social interaction, and they can just kind of have a normal social time with their loved one in an area that's they're not being judged. They don't have to put on airs. They don't have to worry about somebody saying something inappropriate. They're just there and have a good time. And so we started in September with two folks, and we've had as many as 12. And then with the caregivers that come, we've had as many guests as 17, 18 people. We have a wonderful group of volunteers, and that's really what the heart of the program is those volunteers. So we have probably a 10 or 12 folks from First Baptist Church. We have folks from First Methodist Church. We have folks from First Christian, First Presbyterian, Faith Lutheran. I mean, it's truly an ecumenical ministry, and it has just been. It's just amazing when you walk in. There has become such a beautiful camaraderie. We've been doing it about a year and a half now. So beautiful camaraderie between these folks from different churches. They just know that we're there to provide a ministry to people who truly need it. So we're really ministering to somebody who is the care receiver. Mm-hmm. That's who stays with us, and then we're also ministering to the caregiver because they get a little break.
Yeah, it's a little twofold opportunity here, and there's a lot, especially when you're talking about memory care, and that is a very difficult situation that not only the person that is going through it. My grandfather, we were thankful that he really only suffered with Alzheimer's for about 6 months, but during that 6 month, I mean, he had it for a long time, but the really critical effects of it really hit him the last 6 months. And so we were thankful because we've seen some people go through it for many, many years. And the caregivers too, especially during that situation, it is an extremely difficult position to take care of them. And I love that you guys have this organization to cater to both the caregiver and the patient, if you will. How is this? You mentioned all these churches. Last time we met, there was just a handful, and It sounds like you guys have grown even more. Let us know a little bit about the growth y'all have had over these last few years and kind of what you're looking forward to here in 2025.
Yeah. Well, we feel like that we probably have enough volunteers where, we could do a dozen folks pretty consistently. Mm-hmm. We could always use a few more volunteers, so that's a way somebody could get involved. We meet the first Tuesday of every month. And really the commitment is from about 9 o'clock till probably about 2. The folks begin showing up between 9:30 and 10, and we typically end about 1:30. And it's just the first Tuesday of every month. We'd love to do it, in another venue perhaps, another time a month, because then give people an opportunity to have 2 days a month where they could get a little break. But we just began putting the message out there. We have one volunteer, very steady volunteer, whose husband heard a presentation at the Rotary, came home with a flyer and said, I think you might enjoy this. And she has been a phenomenal volunteer. I'll just call her out. Her name's Jennifer Williams. She does a beautiful job. She's there consistently and help put together get these T-shirts made for us. Yeah. Sonetta, anything you would add to kind of how we've come to be where we are?
Yeah, I feel like, with the Gathering Place, we are catering to people that live at home that are, going through dementia or memory loss, and their families. But it's like when you actually see these people participating in it and you see their loved ones actually seeing it, it just opens up like a new perspective because it's really about fellowship. And like as people go through the program, like our different exercises, our crafts, like you're seeing like an actual like, okay, this is really like affecting this person like in a tremendous way. And it's truly a blessing.
Mm-hmm. I think, we're carrying out the Lord's work, and loving on people. And that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. And you guys are loving on people in such a tremendous way. This was a need that there's a lot of great programs in our community, but you guys just found a need and have met this, and not only met it, but I really feel exceeded the call, which is a great thing. And y'all have done such a tremendous job. one person that really enlightened me into the program is Catherine Nichols here at our church. She just loves. She talks about the gathering place all the time.
She loves the gathering place.
And I was going through some photos here from y'all's website, and Brother Norm's on here. I love Norm, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful way for folks to connect and just be part of something really special. So now you guys were here. Y'all got this thing going. Talk about maybe just the formation of it, if you don't mind, briefly. So now, just for you to be involved since the formation, what was that initial kind of discussion like, and really how has it evolved from what you've seen, and what are some things that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so like when I first took up on this position, and we were discussing the gathering place, I didn't know anything like something like this existed. And so when I seen it at Connor, I was like, oh wow, this is truly like something very different. And then when we first had that first meeting, and we had the first gathering place, it was like, oh wow, this could be something that, we don't have nothing like this in Huntsville. And just to see how it's growing, like I know it's going to get even bigger, because there's such a need, but it's such something that people just come together and, we just make it all work. It's just fellowship.
Todd, if more people want to get involved, I know you said y'all have a tremendous volunteer base, but maybe somebody out there saying, I'm just feeling a call, a pull this morning, like we kind of talked about earlier in a different segment. Somebody may have that pull or that call today, and they may say, I really want to be a part of this, or maybe there's somebody out there watching saying, I am a caregiver, and I would love to have me and this person come to one of these meetings. Yeah. How can folks connect with you and get more information?
You can, as far as getting more information, I don't know if you'd make that available on
we'll do it. Yes,
on your site. That would be a blessing. But really, just reach out to Creekside. You can ask for Sonetta Johnson, and she would be able to take the call. And if she's not available, she'll call you back and just ask you a few questions. We just want to get to know and make sure that the people who come can be successful. That's the main thing. We want success. We want it to be folks that fit with the group. And so really we're just kind of looking at what can they do for themselves and where do they need assistance. And it doesn't mean that if somebody needs assistance that it disqualifies them. We have we have ways to work around some of that, but we just want to know what the needs are. So that's one thing. If somebody wants to volunteer, reach out to Creekside again. They'll hook, or they can reach out to Catherine Nichols here at First Baptist Church. Or Ellen Willett at First Methodist Church. Those two folks have been with us since the beginning.
And Catherine, by the way, doesn't forget anything.
No.
I feel, when people ask me, sometimes people say, hey, have you come across somebody and say, well, I'll pray for you. Well, my friend Joshua Harris taught me that if you say you're going to pray for somebody, especially like for me, because my ADD is like, you better pray for them right then because you're going to forget.
Absolutely, yeah.
And Catherine has this laser memory where I'll say, hey, Catherine, so-and-so told me that they needed prayer because she's over our prayer team here at church. And then, she'll call me a week later, or I'll see her at church. She's like, oh, by the way, I put them and them and them in the prayer. And I was like, I just barely saw you and told you. And it's good to have folks like that.
And Catherine is she's a little bossy, which is great for the position because she kind of keeps the volunteers here at First Baptist moving. We also have a beautiful group of ladies and a couple of gentlemen who help feed us every month.
Yeah.
And they cook here in the church kitchen and provide. We actually have enough space that we could probably accommodate 20 participants here.
Wow.
So if we were going to do that, we need more volunteers. So certainly, if you want to volunteer, reach out to us. If you feel like this is a ministry that you would benefit from, just as far as being a participant, please reach out to us. The third thing is, we don't have a huge budget. We don't need a huge budget, but we do have some financial needs to buy some supplies and to provide the meals and those kinds of things. And so far, God has provided. But if you just feel like that you're called to just you have $100 and you'd like to see planted in fertile soil, I assure you that we will make sure that is well used for the benefit of those who come to the gathering.
Perfect. As Todd said, you can reach out to them at Creekside. I've got an email address here, if that's okay. It's tpartin, TPARTIN at mrcaff.org.
Yeah.
That is one email. Or you can also email Sonetta at smjohnson at mrcaff.org for more information.
Absolutely.
And we'll put together, based on this interview, we'll put together an article and put it up on the website and kind of give folks a little bit of a refresher. I know we did this back in October of 2023 was actually the last time I saw you, brother. That time goes by fast.
It does.
And Sonetta, I don't think you were here then.
No.
Yeah. I mean, I know you were with the organization,
Yes.
but you weren't on the show. So,
Yeah.
well, great. Well, I love what y'all are doing, and most importantly, I love God's calling on your lives to serve at this capacity. Again, such a great opportunity for people to be involved and to give back through the gathering place. Todd, any final comments, anything we missed? I know we've covered a lot here this morning.
No, we're just very, very blessed to partner with First Baptist Church. They've just kind of opened up their gymnasium and their kitchen to us. And we also have, I'll just share with you, we have a caregiver support group that meets, start about 11:30 and go to about 1 o'clock. Also the first Tuesday every month. Belinda Kay is one of the primary leaders of that. And so if you want to be a part of that, you just want to be a part of a support group, reach out to us and we can give you the information to how to be involved in that as well. So.
Perfect. Sonetta, a friend of ours, Asa Davidson, watches this program. She hasn't been on in a while. She just said Sonetta has just a beautiful spirit. So appreciate Miss Asa joining us this morning. Sonetta, before we go, anything else that you wanted to briefly mention?
Just, walking into this new year, I just, with the gathering and, just everything going on, just want to wish prosperity and just blessings upon everybody. And, the gathering place is really, if you have the opportunity to want to even just walk through and see it, like it's something very special in this community.
Love that. Well, thank you, Sonetta, for coming on. And Todd, y'all are absolutely friends of this program, and we welcome you anytime. You've got that link, so you just schedule away, brother. Anytime you want to come on.
And you're friends of the gathering. You're welcome anytime.
And if I come, I will not go over my time limit. So I appreciate y'all asking me to come. It was a wonderful opportunity to share, and that's just kind of a personal, and I was joking, by the way, but it's just a personal testament of how great this organization is. They do these meetings, and it's not just a meeting; it's a time of fellowship. And so come out and experience this and be a part of it. If you're a caregiver or know someone, reach out to Creekside First, and they'll get you plugged in. So
absolutely,
thank you guys.
Awesome.
Appreciate
you
y'all
again,
very
Rob.
much. You bet. God bless you, Sonetta. God bless you. Happy New Year to you.
New
to y'all.
Well, we'll step aside. We'll take a break. Hey, before we do, keyword, y'all ever eat over at Cafe Texan? All you got to do is text in cold. You need to text in cold this week. Now, the food won't be cold. It's going to be nice and piping hot. But if you text in the word cold along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line, you have a chance of winning a gift card today over to Cafe Texan. That number to text is 936-339-0139. We'll step aside, take a break. More to come as Jason rejoins the program. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA. Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Huntsville Executive Office Suites. Elevate your business image with prestigious move-in ready suites ranging from 150 to 3,000 square feet. Enjoy conference and training rooms, furnished and unfurnished options, custom build-outs, phone service, and a welcoming lobby. Coffee bar and dining area included for tenants. Benefit from 24/7 secure access and flexible lease terms. Located on Lake Road. Move-in begins in January. Contact Raven Property Management at 936-225-4378.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Support for SpiritRadio.fm comes from loyal listeners just like you. Want to help spread the good news across Huntsville and beyond? Underwriting opportunities are available for loyal listeners, businesses, and nonprofits. Visit SpiritRadio.fm and tap Donate today.
Spirit Radio.
Jason Thompson's back on the show. Jason Thompson's back. Everybody's back. I need the AI because I'm horrible.
No, that AI joke was pretty horrible.
Yeah, that AI video I showed you was better, though.
Yeah, we can't play that.
You ever watched any of those documentaries? Never have?
No, especially not that one.
Tribal documentary or whatever.
I haven't. I definitely haven't watched that one.
By the way, I can't wait to announce this because I
don't know why you want to stir that.
Because I've had people tell me that, like, if there's something that I've done that's bothered you, just tell me man to man. Like, don't go through somebody else. Because it's happened twice now, and I just kind of laugh. Being in the media, it's like whatever. I've learned to ignore it and just move it. Don't let the 1% affect you. There's people that'll say that they're your buddy and they'll support you, and then the moment that you do something else, they'll forget about you, and that's happened. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna sit here and make it. And I'm not being negative. I honestly could care less. But there's a couple of people that just don't like me anymore because I went to North Dakota.
Okay.
So if you're valuing all the deposits that we made with each other, and you're allowing that to be a withdrawal, that's pretty shallow in my opinion. Right. Well, I mean,
I don't blame you.
You're a huge Bearcat fan, right?
Yeah.
You're still one of my best friends, man.
Yeah.
You didn't say like, oh, I'm not going to talk to that. I don't.
You were my friend when you went up there. I followed you. We still talked on the phone. I caught some of your broadcasts, not the whole thing, but parts of it. Just
you're like, I turned that off.
No, but to support my friends.
Yeah, man. Well, that's what it is. I mean, if you're basing your friendship off of a sports team, then maybe it's time to reevaluate who you are as a person. Because I definitely don't look at somebody and say, "Oh, that guy's a
Kansas City
New
fan.
England Patriot. I'm not going to support it." That's just bogus.
Yeah.
So I want to say congratulations to the North Dakota State Bison. They won their 10th FCS national championship last night.
That's good. They probably earned it.
They absolutely
they
earned it.
have a good program up there. Just because they're way up there in the cold country doesn't mean that they don't have good quality athletics or athletes, and good coaching staff.
I got to witness something really, really special up there when I was there for that short year.
Mm-hmm.
And it was I don't know how to describe it. And people will say this. People they'll say, well, they're so engaged up there because there's nothing else there. Well, that's false. There's UND to the north. There's South Dakota State to the south. And then if you go over to the east, there's the whole state of Minnesota, which is a ton of sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
It's not their proximity to nothing. There's a lot in that area that people can be involved in. It's just like I think of our friends here in Huntsville in East Texas. It really is. It's good people, and the fan base there is just through the roof. And the excuse that I always hear down here is, well, we got to we're competing with A&M, and that's just like old Buzzy used to. This old pastor named Pastor Buzzy that I never knew, but I knew of him. Quit y'all stinking thinking. It's all about what we think. It's all about what's in. My dad always said it's what's in between these two ears is how we perceive things.
Mm-hmm.
And he's exactly right. My dad hit the nail on the head. It's our brain and how we perceive things. And if we want to think negative, then guess what? We're going to see negative.
Yep.
If we want to think positive, we're going to see positive. There's been a lot of negative thinking in my life lately, especially, honestly, when I had to leave here, I didn't leave here feeling good. I was excited to get that job at North Dakota State. I'll be transparent. I was excited. I was looking forward to it, but I knew that my heart wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
But I did it. I did it because it was what was best for my family.
Mm-hmm.
And things have been, in my life, without going into full details, have been really, really, and compared to other people, it's nothing. But to me, it's been really, really hard since I gave up the opportunity that I had here, because what we had here and what we worked really hard to build here was something very special. I gave up an entire lifetime, and I won't say gave up on them, but I did. I left an entire lifetime of friends and people and close acquaintances and business people that I had built a life of 30-plus years where I grew up to be here, to be in this town.
To start building again, to just leave again.
Yeah, and then things beyond my control happened that I was extremely bitter about. Nothing with the university. I left on great terms, but you can't control some situations in your life. And my buddy Michael, who tragically just lost his wife yesterday. She had been battling cancer. And my prayers, I know Michael doesn't watch this show, but my prayers go out to him and his family. Just a very, very strong, good Christian guy, and so is his wife. They are wonderful, wonderful people. But Michael taught me that. He taught me that you have to find joy where you are.
Mm-hmm.
He said he works in a situation to where everyone around him he feels like is against what he believes.
Mm-hmm.
But he still tries to find joy in that situation. I've tried for a year, and that was about all the joy I had left. After a year, I was like, I gotta go. I can't do this anymore.
And you move from this type of a climate. Here, Georgetown, there's some differences, but you move from this part of the country
whoosh
to Fargo, North Dakota.
Oh, you betcha.
You're in culture shock, just not only on the climate, but their food's a little different. I'm not saying it's bad, but it's different than what you're used to.
Yeah. So I'm just going to tell you, man, one, don't base your friendships and relationships on something such as a sports team, especially if you've never played on the team. That's what I laugh about. Some people get so worked up, and I'm like, you're just a fan.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you went to school there or wherever, but you're also just a fan. You actually haven't put your feet on the field and played their game. Mm-hmm. So calm down, number one.
Look, there's, you know, if you look at the people that actually play at that level, they are just off the chain. That is what they're good at.
Oh yeah, these kids here at Sam Houston, these Division I athletes. There's a huge difference, by the way, between NAIA and D3 and D1. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just go stand in front of these guys, and you got D1. And then there's an even bigger difference between D1 FCS and D1 FBS, unless you're the Bison, and those guys they're just well fed up in that area, man.
Yeah, boy.
But it really does. It comes down to culture, and I wanted to share something really quick. I posted this on my Twitter account.
Do you have a Twitter account?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I don't.
Is it even Twitter anymore? I thought it's X.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's X now. I saw this. I mean, let's talk culture. Can we please talk a little bit about culture? That word gets thrown around everywhere. I took this picture inside the Shields Center in Fargo when I was there. It was one of the first things that I saw when I was blessed to be there. Mm-hmm. And that struck a chord with me. What does that say, Jason? Can you read that?
You want me to put my glasses on?
Can you read? I know it's kind of small there for you to see, but those who
stay
will be
champions.
Those who stay will be champions. Now, in the college athletic world, we live in a climate now to where everybody wants to jump ship. The grass is greener. I'm going to use this school as a stepping stone because it's going to get me to this school. Mm-hmm. I got a scholarship here, but who cares? Because now the NIL, I can do whatever. I'm going to go here because they're going to pay me to go here. Mm-hmm. What I respect, and I've seen it at Sam Houston. I'm not disrespecting our school at all because I've seen a lot of kids say they were going to leave. Well, now guess what? They're going to stay. Coach Longo is going to do some great stuff for this football program, by the way. Phil Longo, I don't even know the man, but I just get the sense that he is a good dude, really good dude. There's kids that were going to leave that are now saying, we've changed our mind. Mm-hmm. North Dakota State gets it because they have that. That's part of their culture. Those who stay will be champions. Well, guess what? Cam Miller is their quarterback. Many of you don't even care about any of this, but I'm going to tell it anyways because it's a good story. Cam Miller's their quarterback. I got to know Cam. He's a great kid, just like Eric Schmid was. That's the only kid I can relate to because I don't know these guys. I don't broadcast for them anymore. But Eric Schmid was a great guy. He stayed around. And, look, they won the national championship, Sam Houston. Cam Miller is one of the best in the FCS at the quarterback level. He's a very humble, excellent young man. Got to know him and talk to him in my short time there, and I knew right away that this was a special kid. That kid, with his talent, could have jumped ship and went anywhere he wanted probably. Mm-hmm. Now, I say anywhere. I mean, he's not going to go play for UT. Let's be realistic. But he could have went – if he had a list of 5 schools, he could probably go to one of those 5. Let's just put it that way. But he got it. He got it. So it ain't just about me. It's about this team. Mm-hmm. And he took on that mantra of those who stay will be champions. Mm-hmm. And most of that team has stayed put, didn't jump ship, especially when Coach Entz left and went to USC, and now he's the head coach over at Fresno State. Mm-hmm. But those kids stayed, and look what happened. Yep. They became national champions for the 10th time. Now, I'm going to say this as a broadcaster, former broadcaster at that level, which that probably won't ever come back again, and I've got to get over that. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I get really discouraged, but then I'm reminded that I made the decision to leave because I did what was best for my family. And I understand at my age, those opportunities probably aren't out there anymore. But I'm thankful where God has me now, and there's days where it's tough. And I'm not going to lie. I texted my friend Ed Watto last night, and I said, man, there's times where I'm still broken. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy for people where they're at, but watching that game last night, I was like, man, I've took myself back. Mm-hmm. And I'm being a hypocrite because I've said on this show that and even on my Facebook, that if you keep looking in the rearview mirror, you can't go forward. No, last night I was looking in the rearview mirror, Jason, and I kind of got down and discouraged because
quit looking in the rearview.
Yeah, and I was just like, God, man,
let's look out the windshield.
I gave that up. But you know what? God, and here's my encouragement, and that was the enemy speaking to me. Here's the encouragement. Quit looking in the rearview mirror and look forward.
Yeah, it's 2025. We're in the first, really full week of 25.
Yep.
Still in the first month. Let's quit looking in the rear view.
And I wouldn't be sitting here. And here's what happens when you look in the rear view. You start thinking about those things in the past. Mm-hmm. Check out what God revealed to me last night. I want to read this to you. I love having people that I can message. You know, I talk to you about things.
Mm-hmm.
I talk to Ed, and I talk to a couple other guys about a few things. And God revealed this to me last night. Isaiah 43, 18 and 19 from the New King James Version.
Mm-hmm.
Check this out, dude. This was so cool. I was laughing when I read this last night. Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing. Now it shall spring forth. Shall you not know it? I will even make a road in the wilderness. I will even make a road in the wilderness and rivers in the desert.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, how dumb of me to sit here and look in the rearview mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Forget about it. Just like Mickey Blue Eyes. You remember that movie? Forget about it.
Forget about it.
So maybe that's where you're at today. I encourage you to look forward. And you're going to have moments. I have moments. You're going to have moments where you glance back at the past and you're like, oh, what could have been? Instead of the idea of what could it have been, change your thinking to, my goodness, my God, what can it be?
There you go.
Man, that feels good, Jason.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a little good juice come through this morning.
Good juice
little good juice right there.
I think that's
man.
a McDonald's kicking in.
It's that processed food coming
That processed food and all that.
Man,
all that high fructose corn syrup you're consuming over there.
It made me go. What do you got? Now you got some water in there? What do you got?
No, I got coffee.
A little horseradish juice in there. What is it?
No, just coffee.
They have such a thing as horseradish juice. That sounds nasty, man.
I don't know.
Sounds like you'll be sick for a month. All right, let's do some magic here, Jason. I'm trying to get this thing fired up real quick.
You gonna see who wins today?
Yeah, we're gonna see you. And by the way, I don't have those cards yet.
Well, they can come get them. You know.
Don't come picking up anything if you've won in the last week because we don't have it yet. We're meeting up on Thursday. But let's head over to the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line as we got a winner today.
Only if they answer.
Only if they answer the phone.
Are they going to answer?
Hello.
Hello.
I wanted to tell you something. You're not by yourself. We all look back at things and wonder what could have been, but we have peace knowing God will help us through it, young lady.
Yes, you will.
That is from you, Miss Asa Jowers. Thank you for the great message. Or Asa Davidson. Great to have you on this morning.
Yes. Good morning. It's great to be on.
I have not seen you in a long time. The last time I saw you was at the Adopt a School when we come up there, and it's been a while.
Yes. I've been working and taking care of my grandbaby.
Well, God bless you, Miss Asa. You know, Billy and I were thinking about you the other day, and we said, you know who we haven't seen on the show in a while? And we both said your name because we just think the world of you, and I'm so thankful that. And then see you text in and you win just like that, huh?
God is good.
Amen. Well, how's the school year going? Are you busy at the school still?
I am. I'm here. Matter of fact, I'm making an affirmation board for the students for when they come back.
Awesome. Well, congratulations, Miss Asa. Do you know Jason Thompson?
I think the name sounds familiar.
Yeah. Her name sounds familiar. We probably went to school about the same time.
Yeah, Jason.
We probably did.
Jason has Guardian Defense, so if you ever need some therapy, go out there to the gun range. All right.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, Jason.
Therapy.
Yeah. So, well, all right. Well, hey, congratulations. Jason's got a quick question for you. I know you're busy, but he's got a question for you.
What are you thankful for today?
I'm sorry, what was that?
What are you thankful for today?
Oh, my Lord. I'm thankful that God woke me up this morning in my right mind. I've got my health and my mom, and she's in good health. My kid, I'm thankful for everything. There's not one thing that we can be thankful for, but I'm thankful that he woke me up this morning.
That's right.
Because it could have been another way.
Well, Asa, God bless you. It's so great to hear your voice this morning, and we want to wish a very blessed and prosperous 2025 ahead. It's It's people like you who make this community so wonderful, and you set a great example for all of us to follow. So we love you, Miss Asa. Thank you.
Well, I love y'all too, and y'all keep doing what you're doing and keep pushing.
Yes, ma'am. Well, and I'll text you with information on that gift card from Cafe Texan, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
There we go, Miss Asa. That's cool, man.
That is cool.
She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. I think
she is.
She's worked for the school district for a long time, and it's so crazy because Billy and I were literally last Friday saying, you know, man, we haven't seen on the show in a while. I said, who? And we both go, Asa. And there she is today joining us. So, Jason, couple things here. One, what do you got going on, man?
Oh,
son.
A lot of stuff, brother.
You keep him busy, man.
I stay busy.
Isn't it cool, like, when you're busy running Guardian Defense and God has put that opportunity in front of you, and then, a new opportunity, you're doing some things there too. It's a testament of whenever you just remain in faith and have a positive outlook, no matter what. You're going to have some ruts in the road, but you've maintained a positive attitude through so much adversity, that things that you've dealt with, and God has been faithful, as he always is, and provides opportunities every step of the way.
He does. Point you in a different direction sometimes.
It's really cool, man.
It is cool.
Here, a couple things today. Tuesday. It's Tuesday, by the way.
It's Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Are you sure?
Well, come on down there, good buddy. Are you going to join the Good Buddy CV Radio Club?
As long as it's not the Good Buddy CV Radio Club, maybe.
Today, we need to get one of these made of Jason. National Bobblehead Day today.
A bobblehead?
You would make a good bobblehead, dude.
Okay.
You really would, man.
I would.
Yeah, like probably one of the highest grossing bobbleheads ever.
Probably not.
That's really all it is today, by the way. Nicolas Cage, how about this? 61 today. He's a good actor, man.
Yeah.
Man, just one more National Treasure movie he needs to make. Then we can leave him alone. Just please, one more movie like that. Okay. And I'd leave him alone. Contrary to what you may think, he did not retire. He's just now only making movies that might make you think he retired. Because you're at the peak, and then it's kind of like, some of these movies, man. When you think about it, though, he really has done it all. Think about it. He's done it all. He's went bankrupt. He's married Lisa Marie Presley. He's done 2 National Treasure movies. Guy's done everything. Katie Couric, 68 years old today. I don't really watch her news too much, but congratulations. Things you need to know, the talk of the Golden Globes. Did you watch the Golden Globes?
What is that?
I don't even know what the Golden Globe is.
Award
show.
Well, I figured it was an award show, but
yeah,
what?
I'm not even going to finish the rest of it. Tuna. Check this out. Oh, yeah, baby. Come on, man. Watch this. Tuna.
Oh, I can only imagine.
A tuna the size of a motorcycle.
Okay.
Motorcycle size. Did you know this exists?
Yeah.
Well, this thing was sold to a Japanese restaurant chain for guess how much? Motorcycle-sized tuna.
What species of tuna?
I don't. It must be inexpensive. It must have.
It must have been one of those bluefins.
Let me give you a hint. It must have eaten a lot of gold.
Oh, it was probably in the millions.
$1.3 million.
Oh yeah.
608-pound tuna.
Have you never watched what's the name of that?
Oh my God.
It's where these guys. It's on TV, where they go out and they catch those bluefin tuna.
Oh.
On a fishing
boat.
pole.
How do you raise one of those things?
You don't. They're natural. They're in the wild.
Well, you got to be able somehow.
No,
you can manufacture one of these things.
No.
Here, look, check this out. I don't know if the audio is going to come through, but watch this. What a fun auctioneer.
Yeah. They catch them over off the East Coast, and they sell them, and then they pack them in ice and air ship them over there.
Oh, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, looks kind of like you, dude. Look at that guy.
It doesn't even look anywhere close to me.
How?
It's like a big delicacy over there,
How?
I believe.
Oh, man. I'm just kidding. It doesn't look like you, Jason. Jason kind of got mad at me.
No, I'm not mad.
He pinched me real hard while that video was playing.
Yeah.
He goes, "Don't you ever say that again, boy.
Mm-hmm.
Listen up, old son."
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Did you know that they're still doing the Miss America pageant?
Probably.
I had no idea. It was a cheerleader from Alabama. Miss Alabama was crowned the Miss America 2025 Sunday night. Didn't even know it was on. Honestly, have no idea that still goes on. Today's impossible question. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
32% of people believe they got their job because of this. 32% of people. Why did they get their job, Jason?
From their education.
Well, not really.
I'm just saying, you ask what they believe.
Well, the 32% got their job, they said, because of this. Education, not the answer. Try again. I'll give you a couple more tries. Just give a couple more here. I'm stalling because I'm doing something.
You're doing something.
Go ahead.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Okay, well, yeah, that's right. Or it could be, what do you have? That's another hint. It's what you have, possibly.
Have no idea.
That's what you have, Jason. Hopefully you have it on right now.
Doesn't have it on.
Hopefully you have this on right now.
I don't have anything on.
I hope you have this on, Bubba.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's your clothes.
32% of people say that they got the job because they wore their lucky underwear to the interview.
Oh. I didn't know there was such thing as lucky underwear.
Yeah, I love lucky socks.
I think people should be lucky that we wear underwear.
Yeah. Did you know this? 96% of us say we have no patience for listening to voicemail. You know, I don't really listen to my voicemails. If you call me and I don't answer, you better call back because I'll forget. It's the way I'm wired, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go through, like, I'll forget about voicemails, and then 3 months later, I'll be like, oh, I forgot about voicemails, and there'll be like 20 of them. And then people, you never called me back. Well, I'm like, I never listened to your voicemail. My bad.
Mm-hmm.
Nearly 50% of bank robberies happen on what day?
Tuesday.
Friday.
Fridays?
Get off work. What happens? They get their paycheck, realize it's not enough. They stop by the local bank and hit them up.
Mm-hmm. For some free money.
33% of diehard pet owners have gifted their pet with a birthday cake on their birthday. Do you give little pups birthday cake, Christmas present?
No.
Tough guy over here talking, but you love your pets and don't even give them things like that.
I like my pets. They get plenty of treats and special treatment, and some of them even get to sleep in the bed. But.
Well, you know what else? The average woman complains about men twice a day, but it seems like a lot more.
My wife's above average.
In a survey, 1/3 of us say smelling good is a sign that you have your life together.
Really?
Huh. Yeah, medium.
Medium?
Something like medium. Got it together. All right. Let's do a couple last thing here real quick. This is a fun one. What's the first memory that pops into your head when you think about your high school days, Jason?
I'm glad it's over.
Really?
Really?
My first memory, this is really sad. I think of my nurse, Mary McKenna, when I was in high school, because I had no friends. I'd go eat lunch with the nurse.
You went and ate lunch with the school nurse?
I still talk to her to this day. Mary McKenna. Yeah, she's a great lady, man. She was always good to me. Mary McKenna. That's what I think of most when I think of high school. What's my nurse? Going to eat lunch with her.
Going to eat lunch with the school nurse.
Oh, man.
And look, you know, the lady that your lovely bride is a nurse.
Hey, here's a good one. If you could suddenly change careers, where would you go?
I have no idea. I don't know. Something I've always wanted to do was fly airplanes.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
You know, I don't mind riding in an airplane anymore. I still get a little nervous. I always say a prayer. Every time before the plane takes off, I say a prayer. I say, Lord, please let us have a safe flight. In Jesus' name, amen. Every single flight, I always say, it don't matter where I'm at, who I'm with. I'll just stop. They'll be talking to me. I'll be like, you need to be quiet. I got to pray. And I'll just pray, Lord, help this be a safe flight. In Jesus' name, amen. And we've always got there safely. But when I'm in the cockpit of an airplane, it's like David Beatty. I was flying. I'm just scared, man. I'm nervous.
You're scared flying with David?
No, David's a great pilot. I wasn't like
just saying.
It's just like this in them little planes, man. You bounce all over the place.
It's a little airplane.
You know, even the big ones though, you feel the.
Well, it is what it is.
Man,
just part of the fun.
Can't do that. Hey, there was how much coffee is that in cups? Do you think like 3 cups of coffee?
About 3.
3 cups. How many of those do you drink a day?
1, sometimes 2.
Do you mix it with anything?
I put a little bit of Splenda and a little bit of coffee creamer in there, but that's about it.
You know what you could put in those that's actually really good for you?
What's that?
Protein shake, and you get the same effect of the Splenda and the sweetness.
Okay.
Try it next time. I seriously, like whenever I was on this diet a long time ago, and I learned you could put a protein shake in there, and it gives it good flavor. And I'm not a coffee drinker, but when I throw a protein shake in there, brother.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna figure out what protein shake you want. I'll bring you one next week.
Okay, old son. That's your phrase,
old son.
All right, well, hey,
better than hand.
That's right. Yeah, it's better than those documentaries. That's for sure, man.
Oh, I'll never be the same after today. I did not need to see that documentary.
All right. Well, hey, we appreciate you, Huntsville. We will be back at it tomorrow with Rick and Kay Boning of Tomorrow's Promise. I got to tell you, my little girl, I got to stretch. Oh, I never stretched live before. It feels good. Man, you ever stretched before like that live on the show?
No, I never have.
Do you stretch in the morning?
Sometimes.
Oh, dude, I don't ever take enough time to stretch.
Yeah.
Instead of stopping and smelling the roses, why don't you stop and stretch? That felt great.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I haven't done that in probably like 3 months.
Lord.
We'll be back tomorrow with Rick and Kay Boning of Tomorrow's Promise. What is? Oh, man, okay. A lot of people join us. I have no idea what's going on. I think we figured out Rob's type.
Who said that, Kyle?
Yeah. What's he talking about?
I have no idea. What is Rob's type?
Yeah,
Kyle?
what is my type? Hey, before we go, quite a few of you are joining us in this morning. Karen Clark, good morning to you. My sister Rebecca joining us. How about Paula Armstrong this morning saying, happy Sunshine Day today. We appreciate her. I love Steph Valley. She always has such positive comments. She's over at Magnolia Kennel. She says, good morning, another blessed sunrise. Stay positive. Great change is coming. So, man, I appreciate you, Steph. Thanks for joining us. How about Jennifer Augustinetti saying it's not a toasty Tuesday, but a terrific Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
She said, y'all stay warm and have a blessed day. Jay Elms joining us this morning. Matthew said he was in Huntsville for about half a day. It's 9 degrees where he is up there in Minnesota.
In Minnesota?
I think that's where he's at, right? Minnesota?
Yeah.
Tanya joining us.
He's probably wearing shorts.
Probably is, yeah. He would always wear shorts. Tanya joining us. Good morning to you. Gary Joyce from Walker County Amateur Radio Club with us this morning. Hip and Son, come to Hip and Son. Michelle Cardenas joining us from Austin, Texas.
I know.
M Card, big money.
That's it.
She is rocking and rolling down there. So I got her what is it? What is it when you get hired somewhere? You fill out a W-2. Yeah, and then you got to send a W-4 or what? I get the 2 reversed. Whatever it is, I sent her whatever she needed.
Oh, did you?
I've never got those out that early when I've done it on my own. I used to have a payroll service that would do it for me, so they'd get it like the first day of the new year. But when it was me, I would always get it like right before the deadline of January 31st. But got it. Paul Oley joining us this morning. Phyllis Dillard, good morning to you. Autumn Wheaton, good morning. Bill Doggett, good morning to you, sir. He's saying good morning. Asa is with us as she won today. Jerica from Frigid Fargo.
Frigid Fargo.
Oh, you betcha. Go Bison. She's with us today. Hey, Deneen Thompson. You know who that is? Deneen Thompson?
I don't know who that is.
Dee's with us. Deneen Thompson with us.
Who is that?
My sister says I'm your buddy. Hi, Bubba. A couple of final ones here. It's not a W-9, Kyle. It's a W-2.
It's a W-2.
Yeah, it's a W-2. I'll give W-9s if they're a contractor, a W-4 if they're an employee, like a regular employee. Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
All right, that'll wrap it up. We'll be on tomorrow. Rick and Kay Boning, Tomorrow's Promise. Join us at 7:30 as we continue to promote the good happening here in our community. And we do not have a guest tomorrow. Thursday we do with Pastor Bay, so make sure to join us all week long, though. Join us tomorrow and the rest of the week. Jason, any final comments from you, man? Guardian Defense, how can folks connect with you?
Hey, guys, if you need a little therapy time on the gun range, give me a call, 936-293-0364.
There you go. And if you can't remember that number, go to GuardianDefenseLLC.com right there on the website. as well. That'll wrap it up. We'll be back at it tomorrow morning, 7:30, as we continue to celebrate and promote the good in our community. It's your show, Good Morning Huntsville, and as I end every show, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you this morning. Good morning, Huntsville, and God bless. We'll see you back at it bright and early tomorrow again at
7:30.
7:30. So long, everyone. And Jason, we'll see you, man.
See you, brother.
I had a dream, I thought it was mine. Chasing that goal, I gave it all my time. Thought the road was clear, but it turned around. When the walls fell, I couldn't hear a sound. But in the quiet, I heard you speak. You said, my child, it's not defeat. What I thought was the end was just the start. You were holding a greater plan in your heart. You're greater, greater than I ever knew. Higher, higher, your love breaks through. When my dreams fall down, you lift me high. In every storm, you're by my side. I trust you now, I'm walking free. You're writing a story that's greater in me. I laid it down, the dream I held so tight. Now I can see you were guiding me right. Through every tear, you were shaping me for a future that's far beyond what I could see. In the waiting, I found my peace, knowing your plan will never cease.